Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
Danny, a lot of people say you weigh like 220 pounds at the Triple G fight.
No. I think a lot of people just want to believe something other than it was my skills, it was my will, my determination, and my ability to neutralize him to a jab that was able to do it, not the weight. Because if anything, the weight hurts me more. Putting on more weight makes me more slower. I was the faster man that night. And just because I might look big, I look bigger than Triple G at the weigh-in. But we knew this going into the fight. And never once did anyone highlight Triple G sparring heavyweights in the past, Triple G, you know, stopping guys that are light heavyweights. None of that was mentioned because now he's faced with a guy who they think is this, and now it's a problem. But they was just bragging about it, you know, couple fights before. So my weight is no issue. It's never been an issue. I'm just a true middleweight.
And I've seen you between fights, and most maybe, what do you go up to? Maybe 180, 175, 180?
The most.
Yeah, you're always slim and in shape.
I don't come into a fight 180. Yeah. I will be sloppy. I will be slow, and I wouldn't be clicking. Like, you know, a guy get in the zone and he starts to do certain special, like that wouldn't click.
During the Triple G fight, I kind of noticed that. During maybe the 5th, 6th round, you started touching him. You started getting that confidence up. And then around the bell rang, you were getting yourself up. Did you feel yourself get more confident as that fight went on? And if you were to fight him again, is that confidence going to carry over?
Well, see, it was an illusion. I thought this guy was one of the baddest men out there, and I was expecting that. But when I was able to neutralize a lot of things, obviously my confidence was building. I won the first, in my opinion, I won the first 3 rounds until I got knocked down officially.
And your legs got caught or something, right?
Yeah, it was slip. I mean, but you can't say it
wasn't
down, right? Even though I didn't get hurt, and everyone knows that. But going on into the fight, I was expecting them to come on strong on the 7th and 8th round because in the press conference, this guy said that they were going to stop me in the 7th and 8th. So, you know, I'm taking my time. All right, my brother. God bless. I'll see you soon. All right, brother. So taking my time, really waiting for this guy to show me something in the 7th and 8th round, because what he's showing me isn't what I'm used to seeing. So in the next fight, if it was to happen, I definitely think I'll start, you know, being a lot more aggressive, faster. And plus, you never know what these judges are judging anyway, so aggression is always the key.
What do you think about the GGG Canelo fight? And that decision?
Yeah, the decision was lopsided and it was unfair. I don't think it was a draw, but yeah, that's just my opinion.
Of course, yours could have been a draw easily.
That's what I said. I mean, I think if you consider that a draw,
wonderful performance. How did you deal with that loss afterwards?
I just think that boxing is sometimes full of politics, and you know, you never really know until you're in the middle of it. You know, I was affected by it, but I'm a man. I have to get over it, and I have to continue to do what I have to do, because when you cry about spilled milk, you know, nothing good can happen from that. All you have to do, pick up where you started, do what you got to do inside that ring, and then it'll come back if it was meant to be.
And talking about good, a lot has happened now with Eddie Hearn. Now this is very, I mean, it's an international sport, but now you have a man that has connections very much over into the Europe area. So how did that all come about? Because it seems like everything's sort of been fast. A lot of things have moved very quickly.
I think everything just made sense. I've been a big fan of Eddie for a long time, and seeing how he moved Anthony Joshua in his career, I was impressed, and I had an opportunity to talk to him, and HBO showed a lot of interest, and it just made perfect sense to combine everybody.
Well, speaking about promotional contracts, a lot of times managers will sway fighters away from signing them because over the course of those contracts, the promoters are getting a big cut, and they're taking a lot out of your pocket, and it's not to the detriment of a fighter. So I would assume in this case, you got a very generous contract and get something that you deserved from your promoter, not something that you got to worry about in 3-4 fights. He's taking 40-50% out of your paycheck.
Well, I know the boxing side is full of politics, and like I've said, it's been run by the mafia back in the day. So a lot of people are concerned about the business aspects of it, and how does it go, and you know, what are the details of it. But without giving too much detail, I can say that I am very content and happy, and this gives me security and comfort to know that I'm not being taken advantage of. You know, no fighter should go inside the ring and fight his heart out and, you know, not make as much as he can make. Exactly. This is our living. So I just want to let everyone know I'm okay. I'm doing great. This deal is perfect. Without getting into details, because, you know, I don't ask, you know, people,
of course,
how much money
you
you
of course, we don't need to know. Yeah, we don't need to know that. We just want to make sure that the deal is.
No, 100%. This is a game changer.
And for young fighters that come up, is that why it's beneficial to have a strong management team and an advisor to kind of go over these kind of things to make sure that you're getting a fight here?
You need someone that cares about you, that's knowledgeable of business, and that's what I had in my best friend Keith Connolly. I met him when I was 15 years old, and it was cool ever since. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this opportunity. So he is the reason, because he protects me, like he said on the podium. He protects me as if I'm his child. And if fighters, sometimes we come from, you know, poor backgrounds.
Of course.
Education is not at an all-time high, right? But we're talented and we're good. And we don't have the best opportunities because we don't know better. But you have to get a guy that you can trust. You have to get a guy, or a person rather, that can take care of you and give you the right advice and make sure that, you know, no one's taking advantage of you.
Dan, we just switched it up just a little bit over the last 7 months, you know, after losing. What's life been like? Maybe just talk to me about everything.
Nothing short of amazing. Life has been nothing short of amazing. I mean, win, lose, or draw. I love being inside the ring. You have to understand that, you know, this is a sport. I can take losses, but I win a lot, you know. At the end of the day, I'm not going to feel no way about a loss, because I have life to live, and every day we live is a blessing. You know, I have a new fan base now. I have these opportunities coming to me left and right. You know, my life is becoming like everything I've always dreamed of, and it's all due to the hard work that I put in when I first put on my first pair of gloves. So.
Danny, you know, you're the face of Brooklyn boxing. We see you at all the cards at the Barclays, and we know the Nassau Coliseum is affiliated with it. You know, there's a card in October that maybe you were supposed to be part of before you signed a matchroom deal, but it's a very interesting fight. I know you're a boxing fan. I'm just curious about your feedback. You got Charlo and you got Lubin fighting each other. Let me know your opinion about that fight. Do you think it's a great fight, and who do you think may win that fight?
I like both fighters. Both fighters are extremely talented. I've seen and known Charlo for a lot longer, and I know him more in and out. His style, his mentality, like I know he's a determined guy. Lubin is a young guy, so he's in a bit of an interesting position right now. So he mentally and physically has to step up to the plate. He's already a champion now,
yeah.
So
number one. Lubin's number one.
All right,
to
so
Charlo. Right. He's going for Charlo's belt.
Right, so we can't deny that he didn't earn this right. I'm just looking forward to a good fight. You know, it's type of fights where, you know, I know both guys. I don't like to predict a guy.
Right, I got you.
Winning, but I do know that's going to be an action-packed fight.
Maybe a fight that you can't predict is another great fight. Smaller guys, Lomachenko and Rigondeaux. Which is going to be at the theater at the Garden.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm a big fan of Rigondeaux. I like seeing Lomachenko fight, so I think that one is one for the books.
And right now you have that 50-50.
I'm leaning more towards I'm leaning more towards
Rigo.
Rigondeaux, styles, experience.
He knows how to neutralize people's offense, so he's the best at it.
Yeah, he's the best. So I'm looking forward to a good fight. Yeah, thank you.
How integral was, even though it was a sight in the game, could see the boxing boys.